Hi there, Martin here. Welcome to Turner's Journey episode 12. Thank you very much indeed for joining me. I hope you've all had a good week. Not a great deal of turning has happened this week in the workshop. As you saw in last week's Turner's Journey, I did take a bit of a lump to the nose, which was a bit of a shame. And I must say a big thank you to Robert Osborne, who gave me the idea to put the piece that hit me on the nose onto a plaque. So here it is, The Catch That Tried to Break My Nose, 15th of October 2015. So thank you very much indeed to Robert for that. That hangs above the window in the workshop with pride, and as a reminder to keep safety at the very top of my list, which of course it always is. Now, thank you very much for all of your comments on this week's turning for Aztec Angst. A few of you have absolutely loved it. A few of you have congratulated me on a great rescue job. It was fun to turn in the end. Very, very frustrating, as you would have seen. So hopefully you might have found that piece inspiring. Get the Dremel out and do some creative texturing. Now, I am rushing a little bit today because I do have a special guest to be having a chat with, and those of you who remember Turner's Journey from last week will know who, and also those of you on Woodchuckers have been waiting for this episode. But I need to do the Cherry Bowl first of all. Cherry Bowl this week has actually done nothing. Last week was 1499 grams, and this week it's 1499 grams too. So there's been no change at all. So that's the Cherry Bowl over and done with. Now, I am very, very pleased to welcome today into the workshop Mike Walt, who has taught many of us to turn through his fantastic beginner series of videos, and it's an absolute pleasure to have him in the studio. So, in good traditional TV style, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mike Walt!
Hello!
Here he is. It's lovely to have Mike here today.
And it's great to be here.
Thank you, Mike. Yeah, it's brilliant. Right, this is, as always, completely ad hoc. We've only had a tiny chat about what we're going to talk about. So, Mike, tell us about your turning. Where have you come from as far as turning is concerned?
Watching videos on YouTube. 4 years ago, decided I'd give it a whirl. Was actually going to buy a drill-powered lathe to start with, but decided not to. In any event, watching people like Carl Jacobson, Captain Eddie, John Lucas, Lyle Jameson, they were the mainstays around then, and Bob Hamilton, and just a lot of practice, and it just took me by storm basically, and I was hooked. And from then on, a lot of practice, as I say, and I decided one day I'm going to try and make a video to give a bit back, and it started from there. And I just cannot believe the response I've had over the last sort of 2.5 years of posting videos. I'll take this opportunity to thank all my subscribers. Yeah, because Martin forgot to thank his subscribers on this occasion, which he never does. No, it's been phenomenal. And not to steal Martin's thunder, because it's Martin's video, I'm really pleased to be here. He's got a fabulous shop. I wish I had a shop half as good as this, because mine's just in the garage. It looks exactly the same in real life as it is on the TV, and it's amazing. It's a lot tidier than I've noticed of late, but apparently someone was coming, not me obviously, to do with who's a bit obsessed with clean workshops. I don't know who that could be.
No, I don't know, but you should have seen it yesterday. Oh,
no idea. No, I wish I didn't. I'm glad I didn't, I should say.
Yeah.
No, but basically that's it. And then with a great YouTube community, and notwithstanding Woodchuckers, which is a group on Facebook, a great community, and learnt a terrific amount from people who do it full time, professional turners, and that's it basically. And I'm hooked and besotted with it.
No, I agree, Mike. So, what if somebody was to give you a random lump of wood? What would be your favourite thing to turn out of it? A goblet. Of course, you are the king of goblets. You are the goblin of goblets.
Yeah, I love goblets. I don't know what it is about them. It's one of those things. I really and truly haven't got a major favourite. I enjoy turning bowls, boxes, goblets, anything really, as long as as Captain Eddie says, making shavings, I'm happy. But this man, this guy here, this arty type, has inspired me to dabble in colour and scorching, pyrography, all these things that you don't really think about when you start doing wood turning. And Martin's been a great inspiration, not just to me, but to many others over the pond as well. But this guy knows what he's doing, unlike me on the colouring side of things. He's got it taped and he likes experimenting. Really and truly, there's no restrictions on what you can do with a piece of wood, and each person has their own favourites, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is that you enjoy yourself and you're happy with what you produce.
Absolutely.
In my opinion.
Yeah. And what if you could sum up how to learn how to wood turn in a paragraph? What would you say to somebody who was to say to you, I want to learn to wood turn? What would you say in return to that for any beginners that are watching?
I would say, and it's not do as I do as I say. I would say if you can, join a wood turning club in your area. If there isn't one in your area, YouTube is a terrific source of information.
Oh yeah.
It's also a great source of misinformation. So you have to be a little wary what you take heed of. But the main thing is, as long as you're safe in your practice, is practicing. Because what works for Martin, what works for me, might not work for you.
Yeah, that's true.
But you will find out when you try it yourself. And because it's different to anybody else, doesn't mean to say it's wrong. If you produce what you want to produce by your methods, then that's the way for you to turn. That's basically what I would say.
Wood turning in the UK is becoming really, really popular.
It appears to be.
It does, yeah. And not quite as popular as it is across the pond in the US, but it certainly does have a resurgence, and companies such as Axminster are seeing a big take-up in wood turning tools and lathes and stuff like that. But there isn't really anywhere where, or a yearly event or something like that, that just concentrates on wood turning. There are woodworking shows in the UK, nothing like there is over in the States, but there isn't a wood turning symposium like you might get over in the US. Now Mike, myself and Steve Twydell over in Ireland, who is Templeboy Turning on YouTube and Woodchuckers, Mike's come up with an idea which has grown, which Mike will explain in a second, but we are looking at planning a wood turning symposium for late spring, early summer 2016 here in the UK. Mike, can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, it started with me just suggesting a meet-up with a dozen turners who are members of Woodchuckers in the UK, just to get to know people that you have conversed with on the internet through Woodchuckers and YouTube. And it snowballed, and we got a very good reaction. Hence I recruited Martin and Steve to help organise it. So what started off as being a cup of coffee and a pint maybe and a few sandwiches in a pub has now turned into the possibility of us organising a symposium for UK and Ireland turners. Depending on its success, hopefully we'll make it into an annual event, and it will be purely around wood turning and ancillary activities to do with wood turning. And we hope to get sponsorship with regards to companies, local companies, displaying their wares and giving their expertise, as well as hopefully a couple of demonstrators. Excuse me. This is what our idea is. It's in the very embryonic early stages as yet, and we will keep you posted through Woodchuckers, obviously, of its progress, and hopefully we'll get a good turnout, and it'll become an annual event, which will promote wood turning even more. Really
hoping to do so. If you are interested in learning more about the symposium, then you can head on over to the Facebook group, which you can find if you search for UK and Ireland Woodturning Symposium? Yeah, UK and Ireland Woodturning Symposium. It's a closed group at the moment, so if you send a request, then Mike, Steve or myself will be able to give you the okay on the group there, and we'll be posting regular updates on what's going on, and also asking for your feedback about what and who you would like to see at the symposium, and we'll do our best to organise it for you. So that's some interesting news as well. Mike, it's been an absolute pleasure having you in the workshop today. It's now approaching 6 o'clock in the evening, I think, and you arrived at 11 o'clock, and we've done virtually nothing but chat about wood and wood.
I've been so bored.
I know, I've had to keep him awake a couple of times. And I tell you, we have turned nothing. No wood has been on the lathe. We have turned nothing. We have just been gassing like a couple of old women. It's been an absolute pleasure having Mike in the workshut today.
It's been great to be here. It really has.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure to meet the guy who essentially taught me to turn.
My fault.
Yeah, and I hope that if you haven't seen Mike's channel, that you pop on over to Mike's channel. I'll put a link into Mike's channel in the description below. And I must say a big thank you to all of my subscribers, all of Mike's subscribers, because without your support, Mike's channel wouldn't be as successful as it is now, and my channel wouldn't be growing as it is now without the support of people like you. And also, yeah, check out Woodchuckers as well. If you are a keen turner, check out Woodchuckers on Facebook. I'll put a link below in the description for that too. Request to join that group as well. It's a fabulous community. So thank you very much indeed for watching. I'm not sure if there's going to be a turning video next week, as I've got quite a lot to do with Hampshire Sheen at the moment, which is good. And yeah, thank you very much indeed for watching, and I will certainly see you next week for Turner's Journey episode 13. Or I might skip that straight over to episode 14, I don't know. Not that I'm superstitious, but thanks very much for watching. So from Mike and I,
cheerio. Bye.
Thanks, bye-bye.